In the narrow streets of the village, hopes were as grey and heavy as the clouds. In this place where everything was tough and limited, a young man named Aamil was determined to carve out his own path. His dream was to give his family a better life. So, every morning, before the sun even rose, he would wake up and start running through the quiet village roads. Every step was a new hope, a fresh beginning for him. Aamil's father had fallen ill a long time ago and was no longer able to work. His mother, Amara, was doing her best to support the family by working in the fields as a day labourer. Aamil did whatever he could to help his family through these tough times. For him, running wasn't just a sport, it was an escape, a way to find strength. One day, during an athletic event held in the village, an athletic coach named Bamidel, who had come from the big city, noticed Aamil. Bamidel was amazed by Aamil's speed and determination. Approaching him, Bamidel said, "A talent like yours shouldn't go to waste," and offered him a life-changing opportunity, the chance to become a professional athlete. When Aamil heard this offer, he was filled with excitement. But he knew he couldn't make this decision alone. He talked it over with his family. His mother Amara and father Kwame wanted him to seize this opportunity to achieve his dreams. With their blessing, Aamil accepted the offer that would open a new chapter in his life. Aamil joined a training camp in the big city, where Bamidel put him through an intense training regimen. Every morning before dawn, he would wake up and run for hours. Bamidel always reminded him, victory isn't just won on race day. It's won every day, in every training session, with every step. With these words in mind, Aamil pushed himself to the limits during each training session. The training was tough, but Aamil's determination kept him going. Every breath he took and every sprint he ran made him stronger. The only thought on his mind was, "I have to succeed for my family." This thought gave him both physical and mental strength. Aamil started competing in local races. From his first race, he caught everyone's attention and quickly racked up several victories. Each win became a source of motivation for him, giving him the courage to aim for even bigger goals. Bamidel was very pleased with his performance and soon arranged for him to compete at the national level. Aamil's name became known not just in his village, but across the country. He had become a source of pride for his family. Their happiness inspired Aamil to keep working hard. Every day, he continued his training without fail, getting closer and closer to his goals. Aamil's success stirred jealousy in some circles. One of his competitors, Jabari, who raced in the same category, was envious of Aamil's rise. Jabari secretly devised a plan to sabotage Aamil's training. He decided to tamper with Aamil's water bottle, adding a substance that would lower his energy levels. Unaware of this, Aamil began to notice a drop in his performance during training. Bamidel noticed the decline as well and asked Aamil what was going on. Aamil couldn't explain it, and this situation started to take a toll on him, both physically and emotionally. One day, Bamidel spotted something suspicious near Aamil's water bottle and immediately had it tested. The results showed that a substance had indeed been added to Aamil's water. Bamidel explained the situation to Aamil and assured him that no one could overshadow his success. This incident reignited Aamil's determination. He wasn't just fighting for himself anymore. He was also fighting against injustice. With the support of Bamidel and his teammates, Aamil recovered both physically and mentally and threw himself back into training with renewed vigor. Aamil's talent and accomplishments earned him a spot among the athletes who would represent his country at the Olympics. This was a huge honor for him. His family, the villagers, and Bamidel were all incredibly proud of him. Aamil intensified his preparations for the Olympics, pushing himself harder under Bamidel's guidance. When the day of the Olympics arrived, Aamil felt more ready than ever. But the mix of excitement and nerves, along with the adrenaline, made him a bit anxious. Bamidel gave him some final words of encouragement. "Remember, this isn't just a race. It's your story and your family's story. Give it everything you've got." On race day, the Olympic stadium was packed with spectators. Aamil put on his racing gear and took his position on the track. The noise of the crowd and the energy in the stands only motivated him more. As he regulated his breathing at the starting line, he felt the love and support of his family. His eyes were locked on the finish line at the far end of the track. When the starting gun fired, Aamil launched himself forward with all his might. In the first few meters, his competitors surged ahead and Aamil fell behind. The sound of their footsteps echoed in his ears like a drumbeat. This made him briefly anxious, but he quickly gathered his thoughts. The tough moments of his life flashed before his eyes like a movie reel. Aamil remembered the days when he ran barefoot on the dirt roads of his village as a child. He saw his father's hopeful words and his mother's tired but loving face. The tough days of training played out like a stream of memories before his eyes. These memories strengthened his spirit and deepened his resolve. Suddenly, a powerful energy surged within him. It was as if an invisible hand was pushing him forward. Aamil felt the presence of a divine force deep within his heart. This force didn't just give him physical energy, it brought him spiritual enlightenment too. At that moment, he knew he wasn't alone, and that something was helping him. This divine assistance wasn't just motivation, it felt like a blessing. With this newfound strength, Aamil picked up speed. The track beneath his feet was like a battlefield, and he knew he had to win this battle. The backs of his competitors became his targets. As Aamil passed them one by one, the crowd's cheers grew louder and louder. In the final stretch, Aamil summoned all his remaining energy and surged ahead. The strength that came from deep within his heart gave him an extra boost. Aamil was no longer just a runner. He was a hero racing toward his life's purpose. And then, the moment came. Aamil crossed the finish line and became an Olympic champion. The whole world was applauding his story of determination. As Aamil celebrated his victory, tears filled his eyes. This wasn't just a race. It was the result of all the sacrifices and hard work he had put in for his family. Life, despite its challenges, had once again whispered to Aamil, "Success belongs to those who never lose hope." And then, the moment came. Aamil crossed the finish line and became an Olympic champion. The whole world was applauding his story of determination. As Aamil celebrated his victory, tears filled his eyes. This wasn't just a race, it was the result of all the sacrifices and hard work he had put in for his family. When Aamil returned to his family, the pride and happiness in their eyes meant everything to him. Thanks to his determination and hard work, his family was now living a better life. Aamil had kept his promise and fulfilled his dreams. Life, despite its challenges, had once again whispered to Aamil, "Success belongs to those who never lose hope." Conclusion: Aamil's story is not just one of victory, it's also a story of faith, courage, and hope. Growing up under difficult circumstances, he fought for his family and achieved great success, inspiring many others along the way. Aamil taught us that no matter how tough life gets, you should never give up on your dreams and always keep moving forward.
Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.